Welcome to www.happynumbers.org, and today's lesson is naming polynomials. Naming polynomials. But before we even get into what a polynomial is, we have to review some concepts. We worked with the word term, algebraic term. Now, an algebraic term consists of usually a number, which is called a coefficient, and don't worry about that now, we'll go over this. So an algebraic term consists of a number, which is usually called a coefficient. Usually it has multiplication of one or more variables, but it doesn't have to, but sometimes it has multiplication of one or more variables, and it may have a written exponent. So an algebraic term usually consists of a number, which we call a coefficient. Usually it will have times one or more variables, and it may have a written exponent. And pardon me, here are some examples of algebraic terms. 3a squared is an algebraic term. It has a number, this is the coefficient. It has two variables, a squared and b, and it has an exponent. This is an algebraic term. R to the second power, or r squared, is an algebraic term also. It does have a number. The number is not written, but 1 is always understood. This r squared is really 1 r squared. We just don't write the 1. But you have to realize that the 1 is there. So it has a number, it has a variable, and it has an exponent. This is an algebraic term also. This is an algebraic term. It just has a number, a coefficient, that's all. By the way, the number 1 in r squared is the coefficient. -6 is an algebraic term also. It has a number, a coefficient. There is no variable and there is no exponent. By the way, the negative sign is part of the coefficient. So the coefficient here is -6, not just 6. Let's take w. W is an algebraic term. It has a number, because this is 1w. It has a variable, which is w, and it has an exponent. The exponent here is 1. This is w to the first power. Whenever it's 1, just like at the beginning, we do not write it. So these are 3 examples of algebraic terms. So the concept of the algebraic term is important. So what I want you to do is I want you to put your DVD on pause, and in your notebook I want you to write this definition down and put these examples in your notebook. So go ahead and put your DVD on pause, write this, and then put your DV back on, and then we'll continue. Okay, so we have an algebraic term. Algebraic term usually has a number, which we call a coefficient. Let's put this up here just as an example. I'll put it over here. 3ab squared. Has a number. This one has 3 variables, and it has coefficients. By the way, this is 2 squared, but the coefficient 1 is really here, and the coefficient 1 is really here too. We just don't write them because it's 1. All right, now we want to talk about polynomials. And a polynomial contains one or more algebraic terms combined by addition or subtraction. So a polynomial an algebraic polynomial. By the word poly means many, and we'll talk about that in a minute. A polynomial contains one or more algebraic terms combined by a positive or a negative sign. So what I'd like you to do is put your DVD on pause, copy down this definition in your notebook, turn it back on, turn your DVD back on again, and then we'll take a look at some polynomials. Okay, here is an example of a polynomial. Here is an example of a polynomial. It contains one or more terms. Well, here's one algebraic term right here. Here's another algebraic term. Here's another algebraic term. So this polynomial has three algebraic terms in it, and it's combined by here a negative and here by a positive. And the algebraic terms in this polynomial, by the way, are plus 3x squared y squared. That's the first. Second term in this one is negative 9x times y, and the third is positive 8. Okay, well, let's take a look then. Since a polynomial is one or more algebraic terms combined by positive or negative sign, we're going to work with three different kinds of polynomials. The first one is called a monomial. The second one is a binomial. And the third is a trinomial. Okay, now mono means one, like a monorail is a train that runs on one rail. So examples of monomials would be x minus 2y 3a squared. These are, it's mono, so it means one algebraic term. So a monomial has only one algebraic term. Well, this is 1x, so that this is negative 2y. This is a term, but it's only one term. This is positive 3a squared. So each one of these is a monomial, only one algebraic term. Now, the word bi means two, like a bicycle has two wheels, or if you bisect something, you cut it in half. So a binomial has two terms. So here's some examples. 3y plus 9. This is a term, and positive 9 is a term, so that's two terms. We can have 6c to the second power plus 2c. These are two terms right here. 6c to the second power, positive 2c. We could have 4a squared b squared plus 2ab. Those are two terms. These are binomials. Tri means three, and trinomials have three terms. So we could have, let's say, 5x plus s plus 7. Those are three different terms, so this expression is a trinomial. Here we have 4y squared, let's say, minus 4y squared minus 5y plus 9. This is a trinomial because it has 1, 2, 3 terms to it. Okay, so polynomials contain one or more terms combined by a plus or a minus sign. And there are three types of polynomials. One is called a monomial, and it only contains one term. We have binomials containing two terms and trinomials containing 3 terms. Good. Well, let me give you some problems here. I'm going to erase this whole thing because I want some board to work with. So I'm going to put up some. Let's see here. Let's put this. Okay, what I want you to do, I'm going to ask you to put your DVD on pause, but just hold it for a second. I want you to copy these down, and then what I want you to do is, in your notebook, I want you to write down whether this is a monomial, binomial, or trinomial. And then I want you over here to write the terms that are in the expression. So is it a monomial, a binomial, or a trinomial? And then over here, write down the terms that consist of the expression. Okay, put your DVD on pause, do that, and then turn it back on again and we'll take a look at it. Okay, well here I have 2 terms. So this is a binomial. And the terms are plus 5x. You didn't have to write the plus. And the other term is -6. This one here, there's only 1 term, so this is a monomial. And the term is -y. Well, here I have 1, 2, 3 terms, so this is trinomial. And the terms are positive r squared, you don't have to write the positive, and this is positive s squared and positive y. So those are the 3 terms. Positive r squared, positive s squared, and positive y. Well, excellent, excellent. We're just about out of time, but I want to do a quick review. We're talking about algebraic terms, and they usually have a number. Oh, there's my time. They usually have a number which is called a coefficient, and it can have a variable or more than 1 variable, and it can have an exponent. So the coefficient, variable, and an exponent, although an algebraic term could just be -7, or it could be r. This has a number, 1 is here, and actually it has an exponent, positive 1 here. Okay, so those are algebraic terms, and then the other concept that we're interested in is the polynomial, which is a polynomial contains 1 or more algebraic terms, usually, and connected by a positive or a negative sign. And we have monomials, which have 1 term in them. We have binomials, which have 2 terms, and trinomials. Good. Well, thank you very much. Sorry for going over a little bit. We will continue on with polynomials in the next lesson. Thank you.